right, cool. All right.
Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is, can you introduce yourself?
My name is King Q. I'm a local musician, actually a global musician, soon enough from St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay. Now I want to
Yes,
ask
sir.
you, man, what part of St. Louis are you from, man? And what did you experience growing up?
I mean, that's actually one of the same. That's like a question that's one and the same, to be honest. I grew up all around St. Louis. I started off in Hazelwood. I went to Webster Groves, believe it or not, grew up there. Moved to the south side, right off Grand.
Your volume went off.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I grew up in Hazelwood, and actually I grew up in Webster, but I was born in Hazelwood, and I just kind of moved different places in St. Louis, so I pretty much know this city backhand at this point. Um, yeah, man, my whole goal, the thing I've experienced most, I mean, everybody knows today, we got a lot of crime going on, a lot of just what people outside of St. Louis consider negativity. There's actually a lot of positivity going on too. And I'm just a musician that want to help express that and that help people see that there's more to it than what's going on.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Now, how did you fall in love with hip hop?
Man, I fell in love in hip hop because, actually, to be honest with you, the first thing I actually wanted to do was be a director in movies. But I didn't know how to actually do that. I was 7 years old, 8 years old, or something like that, and I didn't have no camera. But I knew I could make a movie with a pen and a pad, So eventually, I got into music, and hip hop was the only other thing that I knew that could actually tell a vision and tell a story without having a camera or nothing like that. I was able to be my own director, my cameraman. I was able to do everything I possibly could through hip hop, and so yeah.
All right. When did you find out the Most High gave you talents to put parables together?
You know, I say it like this. I remember one time I was like 5 or 6 years old, right? And
Yeah.
my father, he always been in this truth. And so he was like telling me, he was lifting weights actually. And when he was lifting weights, I saw him lifting like one something. And this is a true story, man. I no cap. If I could have him right here to tell you, he'd back me up. But he was telling me, he was lifting the weights, and I was like, man, I really want to do that. And I was like, I was telling him like I really want to do that, and he was like, man, you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High is the one who has the authority to give you this type of power. And in the mid sentence, I saw that weight, man. I picked it up, no cap. I picked up that 140, 150 pound weight, no
Yeah.
lie, man. And so from that point on, I realized that the Most High gave me gift, and my gift was strength. Now, it's not always the physical thing, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, I had to I start going into different, like different talents. Like I love football, and it's like I don't know if you've seen Kung Fu Hustle. You ever seen that?
Nope.
Oh man. Okay. Long story short, Kung Fu Hustle is about this dude, man, who was taught his potential at a young age, but he didn't know. It actually failed on him at one point in time, and so eventually, what he did was he was doing a lot of crime, doing a lot of fucked up shit. Excuse my language, but he was doing a lot of messed up stuff. But
Nah, you good?
okay,
Man, be
cool.
yourself, man.
All right, say less. He was doing a lot of stuff, man, that most people in the truth wouldn't do, and eventually, he got beat so bad, man, because his technically it was kung fu that was his talent, and so he got beat so bad, man, and eventually, when that all that pain could do was form itself into a gift, and so my pops always considered me that cocoon that turned into a butterfly. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, man, that's long story short, man. I think that's pretty much.
All right. What was your first verse you ever wrote, and how did the people respond to it?
That's damn first verse I ever wrote. Uh, that's a great question. I think it was oh man, let me think. Song when I can't remember the first verse, man. It was basically talking about me being a St. Louis native though.
Okay.
Uh, and I can't really remember it though. What was the other question you said?
I said, how did the people respond to it? Like your peers and
Like
shit.
my peers, they didn't know I could rap. I don't really remember the verse, man, but they didn't know I could rap at the time. So when I spit it, they was like, man, like this dude can do whatever he really wants to do. Cause at that time, people saw me as like a football player and like a martial artist. They didn't really see me as a hip hop artist. And I was like maybe like 12 or 13 at that time. So knowing that I could rap was like, wow, he's not just a physical person. He can actually be mental and spiritual at the same time. And I think words, can help provide that.
That's real. That's
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Now, what are some of the producers you work with, and how do you pick beats?
Man, first off, man, when it came to music, I started off listening to music. It wasn't just hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was actually everything except hip hop. But hip hop is what I related to most. So when I pick beats, I just kind of channel like that younger side of me, man, that grew up listening to different genres of music. So I listened to different producers who able to infuse, like for instance, reggae was one of the things I listened to growing up. Believe it or not, pop was another thing, because pop is something that's so simple, but everybody can resonate to it, whether they want to admit it or not. So if anybody could take a genre and infuse it with the core, which is hip hop, that's how I pick my producers.
Okay.
I work with a lot of people like this guy named Owen Ragland. I worked with him for a while. He's local. More than national people are like this guy named Muto Beats. He does more of Afro beat mixed with hip hop. So that reggae feel, that reggae style, he can apply that into his music. I work with another guy named Heath Stone. Heath Stone does a lot of he does a lot of
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. My bad, man. I keep getting phone calls. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now you
Okay,
said he
okay.
was a what?
He's the type of person that brings a lot of eerie music or eerie sounds into the beat. So
Your voice went out again.
yeah, I know. I keep getting these phone calls.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
good.
If you like people who are like ASAP Rocky or stuff like that, producers like that, he can do that, but actually have he actually understands kymatics, so he know that like certain beats give you certain frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Like a singing bowl. I don't know if you heard about the singing bowl or not, or theremin. These are all instruments that can consciously alter your emotional spectrum. So he understands that, and so he apply those type of sounds to his beats. Now, if you hear them, they would sound like like a normal hip. I'm sorry about that, man. But they would
No, you
sound like a
good.
normal. Yeah, they would sound like a normal hip hop beat, but at the end of the day, they actually are very unique. So Heat Stone, Muto Beats, Depo on the beat. He's another guy who has more of like a cliche sound so called. But I like the new cliche beats because it allows me to be more of an artist and show people that just because you've heard this beat before doesn't mean that the style is gonna be the same. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I just attack things as different as possible, but I also try to make sure that it's me. I don't try to force nothing, and his beats allow me to do that.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Where are some of the places you performed, and how was the energy?
I'm gonna start off with major. The major spots I performed at was I performed at this thing called Grove Fest in St. Louis, Lou Fest in St. Louis. I performed at the Fox Theater. Not just the Fox Theater here, but also there's another Fox Theater I think in Atlanta, I believe, or not Atlanta, Georgia. And I performed there, and the energy there was very professional, but it was also like it's no different than a local show. You know what I'm saying? Like I think a lot of people get that mixed and screwed. Like seeing the crowd react to your song, like they already got the energy going based off of coming to a show with 3,000 plus people. And all you got to do at that point is really just deliver that sound, and so the energy was amazing, man. I ain't gonna fake it to you. you know, at the end of the day, I make songs for, you know, my people, like, because
Yeah,
we the ones that's cursed, you know what I'm saying? So I make music for them, for us, but you know, it was actually, long story short, it was a good feeling to see that other people were actually resonating with that at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, I also performed at, what's another place, man, that's actually known here? You know, I performed at every venue that's known here for real. Shafitz, and I performed there. I performed at the pageant.
okay.
That was these are all great shows, man. At the end of the day, like I said earlier, I'm just kind of rebuttaling at this point, but you know, they were all good shows, man. It was great energy. Made me realize that St. Louis really is a emerging city. So
That's real.
yeah, no
I
doubt.
I heard your record Holy featuring Richard. The visual, I felt
Yeah.
like the visual was you did dope on the visual. You feel me?
Okay, yeah.
What
My
was the
desk, my
message
desk.
you was putting out to the people though?
The message. It was actually with me. I love Quentin Tarantino's directing, and one thing that he does a lot is he how do I explain this? What he does is he will portray a vision, but then he will show a scene that will make you captured in that vision. So the message behind it really was that like everything's full circle. You know what I'm saying? Whatever energy you put out there, it
Yeah.
comes back. You know how the lady, which that's my wife actually, you know, she quote unquote kills me, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But this is all symbolic, you know what I'm saying? I think all artists say that shit, but like I'm actually telling you, like it's really symbolic, and it's just like uh, uh the physical body dies, but love really never die, man. And at the end of the day, it's not like again, like if whatever energy you putting out there, you got to be careful
Yeah.
of what comes back. So yeah, the song "Holy" is like about me fall in love with this woman and really progressing, but the visual was the exact opposite. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like just playing with the perspective of people. You know what I'm saying? Like uh, that's my perspective of it. But the whole goal was to see what other people thought. You know? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Another record I felt was a banger was Black Olive. How
yeah,
did
that's
you
my
come up
track.
with the Yeah, yeah. How did you come up with the title and what was the message in that?
So Black Olive was about Black Olive was pretty much about it's kind of similar. It's like being careful of what you put out there. But if you listen to the album, the last song, I put it last for a reason because it's actually going last to first. It's not going first to last. So if you
Yeah.
listen to it, you know, backwards, you'll understand like why I put that song last and that one first. And basically what it's about is that this guy specifically is going through a breakup, but his lady is used to him being that person that don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
used to him being that person that don't know his nationality, don't know that he's royalty. And event, on the contrary, that he does start to understand who he is. And so, you know, I say I call Iverson, I've been balling since balling was okay. A lot of people don't understand
Okay.
it. It really the okay part, when was balling ever okay? You know what I'm saying? You got Tulsa, Oklahoma, you got Birmingham,
Right.
Alabama. And these curses that we in, it was never really okay. So long story short, I'm in this, you know, this hole. And she trying to keep me there. You know what I'm saying? She want me to stay in that hole, but I'm starting to realize who I am. I'm starting to realize I'm royalty. I'm starting to realize that, you know, we ordained to rule to this world at the end of the day, you know. And so I talk
Yeah.
about that, and I talk about keeping these commandments, keeping the truth at the end of the day. And I think that's what's gonna make you royalty. And so
Yeah.
yeah. That's if you listen to it from back to front, you would start to understand like why the track list was what it was. You know, Black Olive is like my favorite track. And again, like you know, they said we the body of Christ, and uh, you know, they consider Christ as the color of olive. Well, nobody on the face of this planet is green. The only other olive that we know of is black. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm like kind of talking like
That's
how the
real.
Black Olive is like, you know, me being a representation or a part of the body. You know, the whole body itself would be considered a replica of Christ. So I'm like, man, let's get our people together. You know, like let's stop worrying about. And then it's also symbolic from, you know, I don't know, if, like a lot of people probably that's watching this, I don't know if they read or not, but they say, you know, they consider the woman, the not the woman, they consider the person that drank from her wine. You know, the wine is the abominations. So we trying to get away from that. You know, we trying to
Yeah.
get back to our original customs. And so
Right.
it's to relate to everybody that's listening to it. Low key, no matter what the nationality is, anybody can relate to it. But the whole message is getting away from her, which is sin and abomination, and getting back to your true self. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Getting out
So
that Lord self. Staying out
yeah,
that Lord self.
yep. We call it the old man. The old man was who you
Yeah.
was before you knew who you were. You know, so
Yeah. That's real.
yeah.
All right. Now I gotta ask you this question. I gotta ask everybody who come on the show, what's your top 5 dead or alive?
Uh, you talking about rap specifically?
Hey, whatever artist you fuck with.
All right. Okay, so I'm a dead or alive, man. That's a great one, cause man, that's a great one. Whew, that's a great one. I'm gonna say Sam Cooke. He's
Okay.
probably number one, or probably five, either five or one, however order that goes. I'm gonna say Sam Cooke. I'm gonna say Bob Marley because of what he was saying. Um, man, that's a great one, man. Uh, so Sam Cooke, Bob Marley. I love Lauryn Hill.
Okay.
Uh, that's a great one. That's a great. I don't even know, dog. So Sam Cooke, Bob Marley, based off the message. Lauryn Hill. Uh, I'm gonna say Pac. I'm gonna be honest with myself. I'm gonna say Pac. I listen to a lot of Pacs. More so older music.
Yeah.
Uh, Pac. You ever heard of this guy named Jeremiah?
Nope.
He a brother in this truth too, man. He amazing. I'm gonna definitely put him there.
Okay.
Amazing. I'm talking about real good, man.
Yeah, you
There's
gonna
a
have to
reason.
send me some of his links.
Yeah, it's real good, man. It's dope. Like he understands. Real quick. I'm gonna say this. Jeremiah understands song content and also applying mystery in this truth. Because a lot of people, you know, like a lot of people that's in this truth, you know, they just kind of say what it is. And
Yeah.
and music, low key, to be honest with you, music is about letting that person think. You know what I'm saying? So we are, you know, we just got this truth, you know, in the last like 40 years, 30, 40 years. So we so excited to bring it out. But I think that what he does is he plants seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he allows somebody to think and test their spirit. And on top of that, man, again, like the comedic ways on it, the music is amazing. So I'm gonna say Jeremiah. Uh, this another guy named 4i, and 4i is from London, but he's Jamaican, so-called Jamaican.
Okay.
He real cool, man. Who's the last one I would say, man? Her. You listen to her music?
Never heard of her.
Bro. You probably have. You just don't know you have. Yeah, she like the female Prince right now.
Okay. You're gonna have to
She can
send me one
play.
of her records.
Yeah, I got you. She got this song called Lord Is Coming. That's amazing song. It's like a spoken word mixed up with it's just spoken word, honestly. It really is. That's all it is. So that's probably my top
Yeah.
five right there.
Okay. All right. What projects do you have in the making, and when can the fans expect more music?
Q stands for mystery, so I don't really expose that, but we got 7 the new album that's gonna the project that's gonna come out is called 8. that's just inevitable. And 8, if you turn 8 sideways, it's infinity. So I'm pretty much just gonna be speaking about how our people
Okay.
can, endure to the end, man, and just keep ourselves, how do we get everlasting life? How do we? Because and honestly, to be 100% honest with you, when I made 7, I was just getting into what I know now. You know what I'm saying? And so you got to be very careful, even in the positive aspect. You got to be very careful of what you putting out there. And so I use 7 as an example that I was once that. I once was that person. I was that old man that knew who I was, but I didn't know what that meant. So now that I know
Yeah.
who I am, what does that mean now? And so with that being said, like, how do we get everlasting life? You know what I'm saying? How do I continue to be infinite? And how do we continue to be infinite as a nation? And so that's what 8 is. You just turn that mug sideways, bro, and that's the message right there.
Okay. All right.
To
What's
my bad, to answer your other question, y'all should be expecting music sometime later on this year.
I bet.
Yep.
Now, what's the prices for your bookings and features, and how do we reach you via social media?
Features, I'm at $100 right now. And this is honestly out of love, to be honest with you, because it's all about knowing your value at the end of the day. It's just at $100, but man, talk to me. Talk to me about your budget. What is
Yeah.
your budget? That's just a set price. You know what I'm saying? All you got to do is communicate. Let me know what your situation is, and we can get something popping. That ain't nothing. You can find me on social media. King Q, just normally on social media. Instagram it'll be King_Q314, and then on SoundCloud, Spotify, Instagram, it's all caps KINGQUE exclamation mark for the I. So K
All right.
exclamation mark NGQUE.
All right. This is my last
Yep.
question I gotta ask you
All
before
right.
we get out of here, man.
All right.
How important is it that the children of Israel turn back to the Most High?
Oh man, you already know. That's keeping the commandments, man. And a part of that is uh um again, I keep saying this, letting the old man go. You got to learn to accept what your spirit is wanting, man. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually,
Yeah.
there won't be that time. I said this in this live interview, or it was a live session yesterday, and I was just jamming. I said that, man, we got now is the time to repent, because eventually we won't have that time. You know what I'm saying? And repentance is just changing your ways, just
Right.
going back to our original heritage. And a lot of people don't really understand what that means. Well, I always say this, people think that the biggest kept secret is in the ocean. They think it's in space. They think it's this, that, and the third. But it's really just who you are, because once you know who that is, man, everything starts to change. You know what I'm saying? And they always say, man, if you don't want a nigga to know nothing, put it in the book. Well, the Most High knew that he had this ordained for us to happen to us. So I don't think that it's so far out there to know what the truth is. I think that if you really want to know the truth, it'll be right in front of you. And for us, it's that book, man. It's that word. It's that Bible. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I think that at the end of the day, it's keeping them commandments, man. Uh,
Right. Yeah. You gotta stay
shedding that.
close with yourself.
Right, shed that ego. That ego is gonna hinder you from correction. And there's a lot of people that's
Yeah.
in this truth that are just trying to help, man. They really are. And I think that was a hard thing for me to swallow at first, But
Yeah.
that's what it's about, man. Just allowing correction, just knowing yourself. Because if you start to know yourself, you will understand why Christ sacrificed himself for you.
Right. So we gotta go. We gotta go back to the streets of St.
All
Louis.
right.
You hear me? Get the Crips, get the Bloods, get
Yeah, get
everybody
them all,
together and
man.
let them know who they
Yeah,
is. Cause the niggas don't
yeah,
know who they is.
yeah,
Niggas don't know
man.
that they the children of Israel. That's
And
why they out
you
there
know what the
turning like
craziest?
this.
I'm about to say the craziest thing is you got Crips. That's one big gang, and you got Blood. That's another big gang. If you put Crips and Bloods together, those colors are the same exact colors as police sirens. Who was the real enemy at that point? You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
know that. You gotta know
So
that. That
it's like,
this like the Matrix. They
yeah,
policing the children of Israel. They don't want you to grow. When you find out who you is, then you can overthrow. They don't
yeah,
want you to
exactly.
overthrow.
Exactly. Because they know what that means for them too. You know what I'm saying? So,
Then the B
yeah,
system gotta
man.
crawl. It gotta fall.
Yeah,
Once we figure out what we doing, the B system gotta go. This is the B system that we
yes,
living in. It's
absolutely.
controlling
Absolutely.
everything. Cameras
Absolutely.
everywhere watching everything you do.
Absolutely.
What
Yep.
hey, what Jesus say? Give unto Caesar what is
What
his,
is
and give unto
Caesar's?
God what is
Yeah. What
his.
is God's? Yeah.
You hear me?
Give unto Caesar what is Caesar's.
This money controlling us. This money
Yeah.
is telling us what to do. This money got niggas killing each other. This money
Yeah.
got niggas betraying their friends. These are
Yep.
all things that Christ said get over. We gotta
Yeah,
overcome this
man.
shit.
Yes, yeah. This is look, you took the words out of my mouth, man, to be honest with you. Like, this is done for, because listen, I don't know, it's Romans 3:6 or 3:9. It says, I don't know which one it is, or maybe 2:9, but it says that, for what if some don't believe? Does that make the faith of God? I'm paraphrasing, but it says, does that make the faith of God with non-effect? God forbid. Meaning, just because
Yeah.
you don't believe that this system gonna collapse, it does not mean that it's not gonna happen. So get yourself
Hey,
right, man.
it's
Get
already
yourself
done.
right. Yeah, it's all right. It's already written. He create. This is another scripture. He put the end before the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So he already knew how the
Right.
end was gonna be before he did the beginning. So it's time. Like, it is
So
time.
basically, like the end is
It
the
is the beginning.
beginning.
Exactly.
Everything is just is and it was.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
that's what we
Exactly.
in now. We in
Yup.
now. We living in now. In the now.
Yup.
You know, this shit get real
Exactly.
deep. It get
Yeah,
deep,
man.
man. You
And
got
then, you know
devils
what's
walking
crazy?
around you. You got
Yeah, man.
what's up?
Now, I was gonna say, the craziest thing is like, the deeper that you dig, the more simple it actually really is, bro. It's
Yeah.
not that hard.
Hey,
Like, but we're so buried, so
hey,
we
the
don't really
kingdom of
understand.
heaven is within, bro.
It's within, yeah,
The
most
kingdom of
definitely.
heaven is within. So if it's
Yep,
telling you it's within you, then it gotta be something within you that keeps
exactly,
you connected to the most high.
exactly. That's what I love, bro. That's
You
what I
just
love,
gotta
man.
tap into it.
Right, exactly. And it's not hard to do. He gave us a guide. He gave us a guide to do it. It's not that hard, bro. But at the same time, we so shedded because, our slave masters knew, man. Real quick. I'm on 2%. I'm gonna just say this real quick, that
Oh
Christopher
yeah.
Columbus.
Go ahead. We're gonna get out of here.
Yeah. Hold on one sec. All right, family. Keep your head up, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Stay safe. Okay. But even Christopher Columbus knew, and this is an impressive. He knew to go in that Bible or go into the Apocrypha to find where the Northern Kingdom was. So if and then during slavery, right? Real quick, I'm just gonna say this real quick. During slavery, they knew there was so many rebellions going on, it was ridiculous, but they knew that the one thing that we would actually listen to was that Bible. So they took that Bible and they started manipulating it, which was that was their job, because we disobeyed God's commandments, we disobeyed the laws, and we disobeyed what He told us to do. So He allowed that to happen. But with that being said, that's how you know that the core of this entire planet, good or evil, is that Bible. So we knew, uh, uh, um, that was the only thing. They knew that was the only thing we was gonna listen to. You know what I'm saying? So this is just for people that's listening now, they don't believe in the word or nothing like that, because of the slave masters and our oppressors or whatever. But they have to understand, man, that wicked can't do wicked without good no ways. So they had to use that book in order
That's
to
real.
get us to.
I can't hear you. There you go.
Oh, there we go. But oh my gosh. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I keep getting these phone calls, so yeah. But
No, it's
man,
all
long story
good.
short, man, it's just time for us to wake up, man. And even the people that think they getting the truth, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. There's no such thing as knowing enough in these times. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's
Yeah.
just time for us to wake up. And if you already say you woke or drink some caffeine, man, get in that book and get your caffeine. Because we need to be awake. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got to
That's
say about
100.
that, man, for now.
All right, I appreciate you coming on the platform, my nigga.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, man, for real. Like it's an honor, for real. Major honor.
For sure. For sure. Hey, we out here, man. This is Real Picasso from When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. Hey, let them know what podcast you on.
I'm on when I fell in love with hip hop, man. This is the #1 podcast. Mark my words on that, for real.
All right, peace. Shalom. Shalom.
All right, shalom, man. Most High Christ bless. Keep your head up, all right?
All right, 100.
All right.